So these are the Huawei FreeLace Wireless earbuds, and despite a few issues, they're actually a great gym goer's companion. But before we delve into that, here's an intro. Okay, so let's get the design out of the way, as the FreeLaces are fitness focused. It does mean that Huawei has gone for a tethered earbuds approach, and I must say that I am pleased that these don't come with an ear clip, as although it is more secure, I find with my massive ears they are a little bit uncomfortable. It's also worth stating that the tethered design is particularly great for those who are very active, as removing both earbuds means that they hang down disconnected but still are wrapped around safely around the back of your neck. Personally, I'd say the design isn't exactly trademark Huawei, as they are rather minimal and don't draw too much attention, well, at least in black, and that is something I say I am a fan of when talking about mobile accessories. The cable too is a great length for wrapping around the back of your neck comfortably, and their earbuds don't weigh a great deal either. The magnetic back on each earbud also snaps in together in a sort of necklace, which means finding them or losing track of them is absolutely no issue at all. Detaching the buds will also answer calls, begin music playback, and it also instantly reconnects them to your device. As for the initial pairing process, you snap apart the cable and then with the USB-C connector, plug into the bottom of your Huawei phone to connect. Now notice how I said Huawei phone, as to be honest, the pairing process with a non-Huawei smartphone is actually really hit or miss. I've found often that I couldn't find the FreeLaces using Bluetooth on my OnePlus 6T or Pixel 3 XL. There's no doubt that these are definitely made for Huawei phones and prove to be a great companion, but for anyone else, I think it might be a miss. Now let's quickly talk about another kind of big frustration with the FreeLaces, and that unfortunately is in the area that matters the most on any headphones or earbuds. That is going to be the audio. The audio is by no means terrible, it's just that it isn't particularly brilliant for a pair of buds that cost over $100 once exchange rates are factored in. Firstly, these are fitness focused buds, so I didn't go in expecting superb audio. I did, however, expect a little bit better for the price point. Overall, the clarity of audio is acceptable, but the bass is a little bit hollow even compared to the Galaxy Buds. If you listen to nuanced tracks, and especially classical music, you likely won't enjoy the audio experience quite as much as the more mass-produced pop, for instance. For me, the audio is just a little bit flat and it really lacks a depth that I like. There is a distinct lack of real oomph, although the mids and highs are quite well preserved even at high volumes. When working out, I found that less of an issue, as audio quality isn't always a core precursor to purchasing something that will get battered, bruised and abused at the gym. Conversely though, spoken word audio like podcasts is absolutely fine. Call quality too is good, it's crisp, clear, and I've not had any complaints of muffled speech from anyone I've called using them. Although this isn't a great way of showcasing the audio, here's a few samples that hopefully translate well even after YouTube compression, so you can make up your own mind. While the audio isn't exactly what I had hoped for coming in, I must admit it is pretty acceptable. The inline remote controls though, they are superb, and about as good as I've used on a pair of Bluetooth earbuds. The thing is, they're just nice and solid, easy to use, and by far away best any touchpad or cheap plastic option out there. Before we wrap this up, let's quickly dip in and talk about battery life, as the FreeLaces do have fantastic battery life in my experience. I've often used them for, I'd estimate, around about 10 plus hours over a week without needing a charge, although the battery indicator could be a little bit better on both headphones and your smartphone. Charging is easy too, and the 120 mAh battery takes merely minutes to get back up to capacity. It's not quite the 18 hours that Huawei even touts on the box, but I must admit, in all honesty, it's still pretty impressive. So let's finally wrap up this by saying that the Huawei FreeLace earbuds are about what I would call a 6.5 out of 10 pair of fitness earbuds. I do think that at the gym, they are a great option, but for everyday wear, you might be better off taking a look elsewhere, such is the averageness of the audio. As much as I love the design, I can't give them a full seal of approval based solely upon the audio, which is at least 90% of what we look for in headphones. Another downside is of course the lack of widespread availability in North America. For that reason, I'd still be inclined to suggest you pick up the Samsung Galaxy Buds for an overall better experience. Of course, I'd love to know what you think. Smash a comment down there and then subscribe to the channel before you head off. But before I leave, this is Damien from 9to5 Google saying thanks again for watching, and I will speak to you later.